Hello and welcome to the fourth video in the series, Cisco UCCE 12.X Build Your Own Lab. In this video I'm going to go over the configuration of the Cisco UCS C220 Server. I'm first going to go briefly over the diagram. So what we have here is the ISP router. That's where your internet connection comes in. We have the Cisco 3750X switch. We have the Cisco 2921 router. We have the Cisco UCS 220 server. And we have Cisco IP phones. Now the first thing you're going to want to do before getting into the configuration is to connect all the equipment together, and I've put a brief summary on this screen now for the initial configurations and how you're going to connect the machines together. So you're going to connect the internet LAN router to port 101 on the switch. We're going to connect the 2921 router from port gigabit 00 to port 102 on the switch. We're going to then connect the UCS server management port to port 103 on the switch. Then we're going to connect Ethernet ports 1 and 2 to ports 104 and 105 on the switch. Now you may or may not have the IP phones yet, so if you do, go ahead and connect those to ports 6, 7, 8 and 9 of the switch, and then finally connect your administration PC to port 1010 on the switch. And next we're actually going to get into the configurations. Before we finally get onto the configuration, we need to also connect the KVM cable to the front of the Cisco UCS C220 server, and then connect a monitor and keyboard to that cable as well, so we can see the server booting and also be able to enter some initial configuration in. So what I'm going to do now is turn the server on and let it start booting up. And then when it gets into the boot menu, I'm going to press F8 to go into the remote access controls configuration. Okay, so I'm going to press F8 here. Okay, now we're in the remote access controls configuration. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is change the IP address information. So we'll want to set that to 10.100.0.3. For the subnet, we're going to put in 255.255.255.0. However, I accidentally put in 0.0, but I did go back in later, so that should be 255.255.255.0. The gateway address is going to be 10.100.0.1, which is the IP address of the router, and the DNS server is going to be 10.100.10.11. And for the VLAN, I'm going to enable that and set it to VLAN 100, but remember I need to set it to 101. Then we're going to hit F10 to save the configuration. Once that's done, we're going to go into additional settings, which is by pressing F1. I'm giving it enough time to update the current configuration. So here we're going to go in and change the hostname. That's going to be Lab ESX 01. And now we're going to put in the password, and we're going to set that to the same as the other one, which is going to be my lab pass ! We're going to leave the auto negotiation port, and we're going to leave everything else the same. So once we're done with the password, we're going to again press F10 to save. And then we're going to go ahead and reboot the server. And then we can go ahead and move on to the next part of the configuration. Now, the next step is going to be configuring the server. So what we're going to do is we're going to log in to the administration PC, which I've done here, and we're going to start installing the software here and then starting to configure the actual server. So I've already downloaded the Java JRE, the portable Firefox, and also the VMware installer ISO. So I'm first going to open up File Explorer. Go to my downloads directory, and I'm going to run the Java installer. And click on yes. Click on install. Now I'm going to extract the Firefox. I'm going to put this on my desktop and extract. I'm going to close that window. I'm going to close that window. The next thing I'm going to do is make changes to the Java configuration. So I'm going to go down here, click on search and type in Java CPL and click on configure Java. Then going to go into security and click on medium. Then I'm going to go down here and click on edit site list. Click on add. I need to put the IP address in for the Cisco remote access controller, which is 10.100.0.3, and we'll put :443, and we'll also just put it in without the 443. Click on OK and apply. We're then going to go into the Advanced tab, scroll down to the bottom and check use TLS 11 and 12. Click on apply. And click on OK. Now I'm going to go in and open up Firefox Portable. And I'm going to go ahead and put in the address, which is 10.100.0.3. We'll get this error because of the self-signed certificate, so we'll click on Advanced, Accept Risk and Continue. Now you notice up here at the top this little icon with the slash through it. If you click on that and say allow, it will allow the Flash plugin to run. So we'll log in with admin. And the password. And click login. Click on don't save passwords. Okay, we're now at the remote access controller for the C220 server. You can do lots of different things with this, but at the moment what we're going to do is we're going to connect to the KVM. So we're going to click on this keyboard icon at the top and click on OK, and we're going to save that file. We're going to save it to the desktop. Okay, we're going to minimize that for now, and we can close that window. Now we're going to go ahead and edit this file and change a couple of settings in it. We're going to do open with, choose another app. I'm going to pick Notepad. We're going to go down here to where it says user and replace that with admin. going to go down here and change the password to the password that we set. We're then going to scroll down to this line here, and we're going to change this setting to 1.7.0 star. That's the version of Java that you want it to run. Now this only really works with Java 7, so we're going to force it to only use Java 7. So we're going to go File, Save, and then click on the X. Now we're going to double click this. Do we want to continue? Yes, click continue. We want to click this checkbox, I accept the risk, and click on run. And if this menu pops up, just click continue. And what we're going to do is we're going to accept the session and remember configuration. Apply. So this now pops up the screen, and this is actually the KVM screen. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into virtual media, activate virtual devices, accept session, remember, apply. Now we're going to go into virtual media and map CD and DVD. We're then going to browse, and we're going to browse this PC, C, users, your user ID, downloads, and then we're going to click on this ISO image. Click open, and then click map device. So that's basically inserted the DVD into the drive of the machine. I'm going to go ahead and power the system on. Yes. First thing we need to do is configure the drives. For this particular hardware, I need to press Ctrl H. Almost there. Okay, press Ctrl H. And now we're going to be configuring the RAID controller. So I'm going to click on Start. For some weird reason, the cursor doesn't seem to match. So I'll click on Start. We are going to click on Configuration Wizard. I'm going to click on New Configuration. Now if you can't get the cursor down to the box, what we can do is we can use the keys instead. So we can use Alt and N for next. That will highlight the box and hit enter. Are you sure you want to clear the configuration? Yes. We'll do manual configuration. do Alt N, enter. We'll want to select all 4 of these drives. I have to do it one at a time and click Add to Array. Then we'll click Accept DG. And then we'll click on Alt N and then enter. I'm going to select this and click Add to Span. Then Alt and N. And then I'm going to pick RAID 5. And in the right hand box here you can see R5 is showing as 10.913 TB. So in the size box we'll put in 10.913 TB. Click update size. Then we'll click on, select Alt and A and hit enter to accept. And we can click on yes. Now Alt and N, enter. And then Alt A, enter. Save, yes. I want to say yes here. Now we'll click on Fast Initialize. Then Alt and G, enter. Yes. Now up the top it shows 10.913 terabytes available and the drives are optimal. So we can now click Alt and B to go back. And we can now see there's a virtual drive available with 10.913 terabytes of storage. So now we can do Alt and X to exit. Exit yes. Please reboot system. So we'll go to power and we'll go to reset system. Now when the system comes up, we're going to press F6 to go into the boot menu. Press F6. So now it shows one virtual drive found. So here we are going to select KVM map to DVD. Select enter. So now it's going to boot from the CD. This DVD boot takes quite a while. Okay, so now at this point we can click on enter to accept. So I'm going to do F11 to accept and continue. So we want to accept the 10.91 terabyte drive. So we'll highlight that and click enter. When select the keyboard layout, US default, and we're going to type in the root password that we want to have. We can make this the same as the console password. Okay, click enter. F11 to install. We'll still have a little bit of configuration once this is installed. Almost there. Okay, so it says to remove the media, so what we'll do is go to virtual media, uncheck activate, click yes. Now we're going to click enter to reboot. We don't have to select any options this time, we can just let it boot normally. Okay, the server is now booted. So what we want to do now is press F2 to customize system. The username will be root and the password. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is configure the management network. So we'll go down there and click enter. Click on network adapters. And we want to check both of these interfaces. That's so that the VMware will use both gigabit Ethernet interfaces on the server. I'm going to hit enter. We're going to go down to VLAN. In my case I'm going to be using 101, but in the lab you'll be using 100. Now we'll go to IPv4 configuration. We're going to use static, so go down to static and hit space, or hit enter. Yeah. Oh, it was space. Go back down to IP address and type in 10.100.0.4. For the subnet mask, we are going to be using 255.255.255.0. And the gateway is going to be 10.100.0.1. Hit enter. DNS configuration. We're going to click on use the following. Primary is going to be 10.100.10.11. Secondary is going to be 10.100.10.12. And the host name we're going to put as labvm01. And custom DNS suffixes, we're going to do myhomelabs.us. enter. Now that we're done, we can hit escape. It's going to ask if you want to apply changes and restart management network. We're going to click or select yes. Now if we open up a command prompt and type in ping 10.100.0.4, we should get a response, and we do. So now we're done with the very basic configuration of the C220 server. In the next video, I'm going to be going in and configuring the VMware via web interface. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe and like the video, and see you next time.